Hey, Jesse here, going into episode 5, Pack Systems. But before we do, make sure you like this episode and you subscribe, and make sure you take a look at the links below. There are some of the products that I like to use in here. Click on them. I don't know if you're going to fucking save. I got no discount fucking codes or anything like that. But anyway, point still stands. Like, subscribe. Hey, good morning. Episode 5. Sorry for a couple days delay. Went on a little vacation, and then yesterday was just hot as shit, and I had issues with my camper. Had to fix it. Anyway, pack systems, right? So, again, I am not the pro. I am not the expert. I'm going to try to point you in the right direction, give you some links, and then you can do your research and figure out what you like. Let's start with the chest rig. We're going to talk about chest rigs, a fanny pack, and then a couple of different backpacks that I like to run, and then some ideas for maybe some other stuff. So in episode 4, I did have a chest rig on for my binoculars. All right, this is the FHF. There's various sizes, very modular. I actually have a little survival kit I keep on the bottom. These things are extremely comfortable. Rangefinder pouch, and then an actual Garmin pouch also that I run my inReach. Now I have a big one. It's older. I'm thinking about upgrading to the small one, but they're a lot of fucking money. So this thing still works great. The only problem is this. I'm trying to figure out my next step because I'm upgrading my chest rig this year. Nothing wrong with this. I just want to try something new, see how it works. So with that, the new Kifaru chest rig, was fortunate enough to get in and order it early and just got it in. I like it because there's a lot of first impression videos out there if you look them up, right? It's thin, so you can wear a backpack, you can wear other things with the straps. It is modular. I have a rangefinder pouch. I have an accessory pouch. I would like to see maybe a Garmin or some kind of communication pouch that this would fit in. It does run a nav pouch up front that I installed, but this is really too bulky for this, and it makes it stick out quite far, right? So when I put it on and get it on, right, it is comfortable, and you can vary the sizes, anything else like that. It does sit very nice. I got my Stonehawker blade that I can put right on here, and this is just quick access. I do like the fold down ability. It stays right here. There's extra little pouches inside, and it fits my 10x42s. This is a small. I think they initially said some different sizes in one of their videos, but I took advice on the website. Fits good, right? And it fits right in. And another great feature is if you're bending over doing something and this is open, this is not falling out. My binoculars fell out of this a lot if I forgot to latch it right or something else. All right, but it sits really nice. And this is actually another thing. So if you have a cell phone, that'll sit right in there. If you want to film something, it's also got a pocket right there. Same thing right there, right? I like the pockets on the rear for the phone. It protects it, keeps it up to my chest a little bit better. The nav pouch itself is good. If it's got Velcro on the inside, it opens up on the inside. It's quite nice. So if you have Velcro on your phone, you can sit there, and take a look at it, take a look at your map, zip it up, and go. It is entirely up to you. I'm going to probably put a little more survival things in it. I do have a few things, such as a lighter wrapped in duct tape, a reflective armband. If you're lost at night and you're stranded, people can see you from very far distances away, even though you might not be able to see them. All right, but that is an idea. It is great. I like this. I got a little mouth reed I can put right there. That way I'm not digging around for it. I already know where they are at all times. And knocking off my hat getting that on. So chest rigs, great idea. All right, fanny pack. So this is a Kifaru fanny pack, or I think it's called a Rogue or a Rogan. But anyway, it's got a slot here. I actually have a belt that's hooked up to my quiver right now that for just archery practice, but this will fit. If I'm doing archery season, this will usually sit right on the front, and I keep an extra release in here. I keep a little thing of broadheads, food, maybe some wax. You never know if you're digging around in the mud and you get a lot of mud or dirt into your strings. You never know, right? And it's very comfortable. And if I need to shed my pack, I have everything in this. Between my chest rig and this, I have everything that you need. Okay. Sponsor call. absolute bearing coffee. I never skip leg day. Every day is leg day. All right, backpacks. So my first hunting season, 2 of them, I ran an EberleStock. All right. I did like the EberleStock. Now this is an M1 frame. Okay. This frame, I think it's rated for like 200 pounds of load, and it's got a built-in load shelf. For training stuff like that, I would put in the little big top, which is about a 3,300 cubic inch bag. And you could put a kettlebell in it. You could put other things in it. You could put weights in it, whatever you wanted. And it was actually fairly comfortable sitting across your back. And then I ran these 2 bat wings, and it would zip just like this. And it would actually keep a chamber right back here that I put my my tent and stuff in, and it was surrounded. And then when I was in camp, I could unzip that 33, that big bag called the little big top, take it out, and then I ran these 2 just like this, with maybe my kill kit and some water and maybe a jet boil and some food, and it was fairly comfortable. Okay. The belts are great. They're very adjustable. Big first aid kit I was able to attach to this one. And my other pack system, I actually run a separate little first aid kit that goes in there. I also had an extra mag release for my handgun. Okay. The only thing I did not like about this backpack are these shoulder straps. They cut into my shoulders. They hurt. They're not very padded at all. And when you're carrying, I think that first spike in we were doing was about a 60-pound pack with all the food and everything to get into camp. It hurt. And that was with extra clothes on and everything. But take a look at their lineup. They have a lot of stuff, a lot of modular stuff, a lot of range day stuff. It is a great system, and then I'm pretty sure they have more comfortable pads. I just maybe chose the wrong one. Okay. Next one. I decided to start investing in Stone Glacier. Okay. The first one I got, and it is just a bag and the frame. Bag and a frame is going to cost you about $650 to $700. Okay. I bought the initial. It was the Solo. I think it's the 36 or 3300 Solo with the sky bag, right? So the total loadout is about 4,300 cubic inches total with everything here. When you have the load shelf included, that's another 2,000 cubic inches. So you can get it to about 6,000, a little over 6,000 cubic inches of storage in your pack with the load shelf. I did like the Solo. It has an internal pouch for your spotting scope. It's a big pouch, like the spotting scope I showed you, the Leupold. All right. It is great. I did use it for a 6-day hunt in Idaho. It was a little small for that. And as a result, I decided to upgrade from the 3,300 up to the 5,900. All right. And just the bag itself is about $250, as long as you have these X-frame frames. Okay, and it's carbon fiber. It actually crosses in. It's very strong, very rigid. The pack is extremely adjustable. Very, very big fan of these straps. They are very padded. They're extremely comfortable. The weight is great. The belt itself, it does cut in a little bit on the bottom, especially when you get really, really heavy. Maybe they upgraded. I don't know. Still a good modular system on the side. Not as great as the EberleStock on the belt, but they make pouches specifically designed for whatever you got to do. What do I got in here? There you go. I got a doe bleat or a calf bleat, extra headlamp. All right. I even have a cow call in there. The modular stuff that they come with is great. Has a water bottle bag that attaches right to it, the Stone Glacier, right? And a rifle sling, which we'll put a rifle into the rifle sling, their custom rifle sling that comes with it. I think it's extremely comfortable. I like it. It's very ergonomic. The 5,900, you can strap down and sink down as much as you want to expand or shrink, right? I like that. So when I get to camp, I've set up the camp, done. Now I can take this and I can shrink everything, pull everything in, and it's taking up less actual space than that 3,300. And then depending on if you want to take more or less, depending on from your spike camp. All right. And I personally love it. With the sky pack up here, it actually goes out to about 5,900. total cubic inches. And then with the shelf, we're looking at over 8,000 cubic inches with the load shelf. It has. All right, well, the video cut out on me, so I'm going to try to pick up where I left off, right? I think I was talking about the two compartments. The outside compartment could be a little bigger, a little bit more material. But the great thing about it is it does have straps, or it has spots in there that you can hook up these little pull-out bags, right? And you can JZ chain them all. You can put multiple. I just have one on either side. Stone Glacier makes different material ones, like corduroy ones and fluorescent ones. I like these very lightweight see-through ones, so I don't necessarily have to open it to remember what's in there. Now, with the other ones, nothing stopping you from taking a Sharpie and writing on there. First aid kit, knife sharpening stuff, dig-it tool, or sorry, that's a Navy term, multi-purpose tool. We used to call them dig-its. Like if you love the Navy, you dug the Navy, i.e. you were a dig-it. So anyway, so on the inside, right, opens up great, opens up big, and you can peel the whole thing back. And inside, there's more daisy chains. You can do those single pullouts, or you can do the bigger ones. I've got two of them in here. Pretty much sits all the way down to the bottom. And a water bottle. You never know. So those are great. They're lightweight. They're easy. They don't take up a lot of space. They fold fairly flat. There's a great material. It's proprietary, and I don't remember the name of it, but it's basically shiny tarp. So if you got blood on your, if you got a bag of meat on your storage shelf, it's not going to leak through and leak into your shit inside your backpack, which is pretty important, right? And this particular one, it's folded up, and the top actually expands. If you go, I'll put a picture right now of the 5900, which is a great fucking backpack. All right. I've got the Sky Pack on there. So with the Sky Pack, it's actually around 5,900 total. And then you have the load shelf, which is another 2,000 cubic inches. And then from there, you got around 8,000 total. Like I said, you can compact it down, shrink it down, and you can go into the field with it. It's the same profile as that. I'm not going to take it apart and show you the load shelf. I just don't have the patience for it, right? With that, I'll take a look at the video, and if I did, maybe I talked about the water bottle attachment already. There's a water bottle attachment, okay? I've also got a rifle sling. And you know what? Let's set up the rifle sling right now. I just happen to have my gun out, okay? So with that, the Christensen Ridgeline that we talked about earlier, clear, safe. Keep that bolt shut, especially when you're running in the field. This thing can get knocked open. You can get ice. You can get snow down into that firing pin, or just dirt in general. You can have a misfire, misfeed, and then you're just going to be chasing yourself, especially when it comes to something critical. All right. When I mount it on my pack, I mount it with my scope into my shoulder or into my armpit, so I can protect it. So if I take a fall, whatever it is, that scope, I can protect it with my arm going down. If it's on the outside, I really can't protect it like I probably could. And this is the most fragile piece. So when it goes in, slits right into the bottom. And this is a system that is unique to Stone Glacier. Okay. Then it's got the strap here. I go twice around. And then I go onto the outside of my scope. Behind, you can take a look at the instructions on this. And actually, there is a YouTube video that is even more informative than me. Well, that is just being a little loose today. There it is. Gotcha. Now it's tight. So I got it turned in too far. Phew. Okay, that was a wrestling match. So there it is. All right, we're not going to show the wrestling match that I just had because I had one of the straps twisted around. So this is the final product when it's on. It's actually fairly comfortable, even though it's not counterbalanced right now with just a gun hanging off the side, but it is not a heavy gun. All right. It does have a quick release system for taking the gun off. I don't like using it. I don't even practice with it because I don't think there's a situation that I am personally going to use it. I'll drop down to a knee, take my pack off like I just did, pull it, gun pops right out, done. And that's how easy it comes off. It comes off extremely easy. All right. With that, with the systems, do your research. Like I said, I am a fan of Stone Glacier. Okay. Eberle was great, and it was a great opener for me. Learning backpack. They got some great systems, and I think they got better padding now. I just started investing money here, and that's where I'm putting my money right now. Right? You don't want to bounce back and forth; it just gets too expensive. Kifaru. If you notice, I'm slowly migrating over. I'm starting with the very, very small stuff before I get into their pack systems. They have a lot more pack options than Stone Glacier, and they probably got the most that I've seen. Stone Glacier has the best military discount that I found. It's 30%, 25%. It's awesome. All right. Kifaru's got a pretty decent one. EberleStock has a decent one. If you notice, I haven't mentioned Kuyu. Not a fan of their military first responder program. Over the years, they've kept decreasing and decreasing and decreasing. It used to be very good, and now it's just, I know it's 10%, which covers the tax. They'll tell you that it's been around forever, but I've got receipts dating back that it was like 25%. It used to be on par with the guides. Sorry, homies, but I kind of look out for my own first, and that's the first responders, military. And then everyone else, if you want to take a look at it, please do, right? They do have some great clothing and systems, just not a fan of their support. With that, I've got really nothing else. Enjoy your day. Have a nice cup of coffee. Get out and ruck, do some shooting, and do the research. Links are below.